Hi everyone, I hope you're all. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, we've got a CoinsKid group. So right now XRP, there is a possibility here that we've just put in this simple ABC correction. Okay, it's called an ABC zigzag correction. And basically you've come down an A wave, you've come up in a B wave, and right now you're lowballing out on the C wave. So to validate this right now, all we have to do, this has to be the low. Okay, and there's a bit of confidence here that this is the low because you've got this trend line touch that we created in March 2020. You've got one touch there, and another touch there. So you know, at the minute, we have came down to support. We've got the white trend line as well, which is key resistance from the previous all-time high there in 2018. We met it there, resistance, came back to support, creating this retouch of this trend line, ran into the resistance again, and then coiled back, and then we got this beautiful horizontal where we actually broke out. And once we broke this kilo resistance, you've seen the power that we put that local high in last year for XRP. So, you know, a lot of people, they get sort of impatient, basically. They want this, but like I've always said to you, you know, it's a long journey. It's a long road to these appreciation prices. I mean, look, for example, down here, if we go back to a previous cycle here for XRP, you can see you're just going along, crabbing, and people getting bored and shaken out with the ups and downs, you know, but after each sort of push down, you can see that you came back up, push down, came back up, and just before you exploded, just here, look at the big push down and the wick at the bottom as well, okay? So for me, personally, all I ever do when I see XRP going down like this and bouncing off key levels of support is buy, you know, but that's just me. That's my personal opinion. I have got a dollar cost average thing that I do with XRP. I just keep buying it. Okay, some people say I'm an idiot, some people say I'm crazy. Now, there is obviously, like I've shown you before, a massive level of support here is this low that we put in December 2020 and this low that we put in March 2020 as well. So if those key lows are lost, then I would say, okay, well, XRP is not going to go up and it's going to start to come down. And potentially this is your top, this is some kind of big double bottom, and we're going to come down. And at that point, you know, you have to adhere to what the charts are telling you, which is relatively bearish, okay? And with that, you're cascading through support and you just don't know where support's going to be. In my opinion, you can see that pretty much this low is where this swing low is here. Then the next level of support after you lose this low, and it is a big if as well, obviously, anything can happen. But if this was to start to pop and come down, then I wouldn't necessarily stay in crypto. And I've, you know, it's full transparency. You have to adhere to what the charts are telling you. You're losing key levels of support right there. That would be an area of interest to me, this low just there, okay, where I do think you'll get a big bounce because obviously swing high, swing low, I've taught you that. And if you look at any chart, when you do start to come down, this is where you find support. So you can see that pretty much it is the 1272 fib of this larger ABC correction that we put in and never actually came down to the 1 fib, the 1272 fib, sorry, we bounced off the 1 fib. Now, let's for example say, as a thought experiment at the moment, okay, this is your key support, you're going to hold this, okay, and you're going to start to break out and come up in 2023, like I said to you, and you start to come up, fantastic. But there is a worst case scenario here that I have gone through with you before, but we've not actually measured the move. So for example, let's say that this is an A wave, okay, this is a B wave, and right now this is the C leg that you're putting in, and you are actually coming down and you are actually losing support. And a precursor to that would be if you start to lose this trend line here, and then especially this support, okay, and you're starting to come down like this, okay, this is a bearish case scenario, and you slowly but surely you're coming down over many years, okay, and the bubble's popped and it's over, and you've got this big double top pattern, basically a big large, you know, ABC zigzag correction. We can put a measured move in here to find exactly how, you know, where the target would be for XRP if you did start to lose this low. So let me show you what I'm looking at, okay? So for example, you can get your ABC correction move by using the fib extension tool, which I've shown you in a previous video. So put the fib extension tool on, and for example, I'll just go through this with you. So you've got your A wave, you've got your B wave, and then you've got your C wave, okay, down there. And you can see your measured move is there on that 1 fib, okay, and it was met, okay, the ABC of that correction. So you can see as well, what we've got here is this ABC correction that we're going through right now. And again, A, B, and then your projected C is all the way down there, okay? So let me show you again, using the fib extension from there to there, from there to there, and you can see that we've pretty much wicked off the bottom of the C leg at the moment on the 1 fib at 0.37 cents. Now if it was to get a bit nasty and we start to wick outside of this key level support, that would be a key area of interest to me, right about 26-27 cents, which would have to hold. If you start falling through that, that would be really negative. Turning this previous support into resistance would be really negative and could be a precursor to the fact, okay, well, this is some kind of big double top and some kind of big A, B, C correction within itself. If it is, I'm going to show you the projected target for that if it does start to occur, okay? So this is your A leg down, this is your B leg high, and immediately you can see that your 1 fib target is this swing high here. Do you see this? Like I said to you, look at that support. So if this is a large A, B, C correction that we're going through, and when it is some kind of double top and it loses support, your minimal target would be, let me drop this out right now so I can show you exactly where that is. Your minimal target would be 0.6879, okay? But that would be a target if you do start to fall through all this support that you're creating for yourself here for XRP to give this, up trajectory basically. But, this is crypto, it's volatile, anything can happen. So, you don't have them targets until you lose the support for them targets, you understand? So at the minute, it's sort of caught between the down and the up, basically. So it's really, really important what XRP does, because if it does start to lose this support here and this support here, and, most importantly, this support here, then this is a large A, this is a B, and this is a C leg down. And that would be your minimal target, the 1 fib. Do you understand? And, that's not hopium or bullshit or anything like that. It's technical analysis. And you can see it lines up with that swing high just there, okay? Will it get met? Who knows? But if you do start falling through support, I would say that is your target, around about 6 cents. So what's happening here for XRP? That's quite a bearish outcome for XRP, but it is what it is. If you lose support, that's the target. I've taught you that. So the other target here for XRP is this, okay? So you've come down in this ABC, and then you've come up an impulsive move, and right now potentially this is a wave 1 and this is a wave 2 correction, okay? Like I said to you, corrective phase of a bull market, and right now you are low balling out on this A, B, C correction, and potentially you got this big third push, this big impulsive move that's coming, that's brewing, it's coiling, it's getting ready. Just like this was a big move just there. This wave 1 was a big move. After you came down, you capitulated and created this level of support just there, which you now find yourself on. Okay, the bullish scenario here is for the breakout. Okay, so let's keep an eye on this, because if you do start to break out, like I've said to you, the technical target for my breakout would be at a bare minimum of 1618, and that would send you to a minimal target of around about $5.91, which would be a beautiful impulsive move for XRP. Okay, when everyone's really bearish, like I said to you, buy fear, buy blood, buy depression, they're always the optimal entry points. It doesn't feel like it, but it actually is. One way you can identify is the RSI. So if we take a look at the RSI on the weekly time frame, you can see it's at historic lows. On the weekly time frame, you're almost in oversold trajectory down there, okay? XRP's never been there on the weekly. If you take a look at it, it's never been there. It's the lowest it's actually ever been. So, it's a lot to think about, and I wish I could tell you conclusively 100% that XRP is going to do this and do that, but no one can. It's all about support and resistance, and I've taught you that much, okay? So right now, there is a possibility that you've come down and at the end of this C leg, and you're mirroring this here. Do you see this? You come down, you're under the EMAs, and right now, if you start to coil up and you attack this resistance, okay, and you fall back to support and you get really tight in this apex here, look, because you've got this key support and key resistance. Look, you've turned this resistance into support, and now you've got the support of this trend line as well. This is your key resistance. If you break that, that could actually be the precursor to a huge impulsive move for XRP. Okay, so something to think about. One thing we could do is say, okay, well, we're through here, the end of this C leg now. We've come down this ABC correction, and this is the end of the correction, okay? We're not necessarily going to fall down and go to the 20 cents target. Then let's take a look at this fractal that XRP put in here when everyone was really bearish. Let's copy this fractal and put it to the top here, this local high. We start to move this along. You could take a look and sort of get a guesstimation of the sort of incoming fractal for XRP if it does sort of mirror this previous correction down into this support here, which it created in March after this big sort of rollover that we've gone through as well. Look at that weekly rollover there. Same, just there, weekly rollover, and then we start to come up impulsively. You can say, look, we get really tight to the apex, run into resistance, come back to support, fall out, come back to support. But this event here, this was fueled by the capitulation of the SEC case coming out. So let's keep an eye on this. This is what we all want. We all want this scenario to play out, don't we, where we start to come out there and break out. But there's no guarantees. It is what it is, okay? Hope you enjoyed that little update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.